What is the general metagame of Injustice? Alright, so this is the general game plan in Injustice. The strong characters are characters who usually have good forward-moving attacks or good zoning. Those are like the strongest things generally in this game. You want to do a breakdown with a command throw? Maybe I should random select.
Dr. Fate.
That seems pretty fair. How about this? I'll give you guys a deal. How about this? I'll give you guys a deal. I'll give you guys a deal.
Dead shot.
Oh, that's not fair. We already did that guy. I'll give you a 2-for-1.
Poison Ivy.
We already talked about Ivy. I'll do a command throw character. Let's do Scarecrow.
Scarecrow. Fighters approaching Atlanta.
Okay, so I'll do 2 more characters. How about that? We'll do 2 more characters. I'll do 2 more characters. 2 more characters. Okay. Now, what is the process for learning a character? We're going to do the same thing that we did last time, right? It's always the same process. We hit pause, move list, and we're going to take a peek at the move list. Some characters have more moves than others, right? Like some characters have a lot of combo attacks, some don't have very many. Like Superman has like 7, right? He doesn't have that many. Do command throws work different in this game? It depends on the command throw. Some command throws don't work the same as others. It's really very character specific. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna look for special move. We're gonna look for attacks here. We're in the move list right now. We're in basic attacks. You can't tell because my webcam's in the way, but yeah, basic attacks. Okay, so we're looking at basic attacks. Let's look for some unusual or interesting properties. So we got a high, got a mid. His down 1 is 6 frames. That's good. That's really fast, right? You can tell by looking right there. Okay, 6 frames. Simple illusion. Standing 2. Okay, back 2. All of these so far have been mids or highs, so nothing too crazy so far. Another mid power surge. Down 2 is an uppercut. Soul burst. Back 3. So nothing fancy, right? We haven't run into any overheads or lows yet. Right, there's the low, but that's a sweep. It's just, you know, that's what that looks like. So we haven't run into anything too crazy. So far, Dr. Fate, he is the first character we run into where we haven't seen something jump out at us. There hasn't been a string, or there hasn't been like an overhead or a low or something that's particularly mind-boggling. So with that being said, we're just going to move on to the strings because that's what really matters now, right? So we got 1-1. Advantage on block, it's +1. All right, cool. 1-1. There it is, 1-1. Is that special cancelable? What's a special move? All right, now we know a special move. Boom, special cancelable. Okay, so that could be used to start combos, potentially. We got 1-1-2. That's an overhead, right? But it is -13. So pretty unsafe. 1-1-3, that's a mid, but -14, so also unsafe. You can delay it, apparently, and you can cancel it. Okay, so we'll get into that in a second. But let's try this. 1-1-2. Okay, there. Oh, wow. That's interesting. And it's cancelable, so we got an overhead in there. And we can do a combo off of it. Okay, that's cool. I like that. 1-1-3 is the mid, and you can delay it. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. How do I delay it? Oh, interesting. And you can also dash cancel it. That's what it said in the training move, right? So we know. Now we've got a string. Now, the purpose of this string is it's a combo string, right? It has an overhead at the end of it, which is cool, and there's a lot of pushback on that. It seems pretty good. Yeah, 6 is the fastest startup. Okay, awesome. Now we know this, right? Now we've got the details on this 1-1-2 string. So we're gonna tag that one. That seems good. Lords of Order, back 1, down 3. This is a low, which is good. It is -19, which is unsafe. That's looking a little rough, but we're gonna get into that. But before we jump into the string, notice that these strings, there's a couple of add-ons here, right? So there's back 1, down 3, back 1, down 3, 2, and back 1, down 3, up 3. So first one is a low. Let's just jump into that. Low. Okay. That has pretty big range, right? This back 1 here. That's pretty far. That's good to keep in mind. That's far ranging normal. You want to try to find the attacks that you have that go super far. So we got back 1. All right. Back 1, 3. That's a low. Can you cancel this? Let's try. Boom. Cancelable. So what do we have? Overhead. Low. Now we've got some strings in mind. Okay. That's good. Back 1. Down 3, 2. Let's see what that looks like. It's a little kick. Okay. Can I combo off of it? Can I follow it up with something? No, he's too far. Can I special cancel? I can. Okay. It's interesting. Back 1, down 3, up 3. Let's try it. Teleport. Whoa. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's interesting. That's very interesting, right? That string's a little funky. So it's a teleport at the end. That's an overhead. And it goes wherever they are. So that's very interesting. This string is kind of funky. Let's tag these 2 strings. I guess I'll tag this one first, right? Let's tag these 2 strings and keep those in mind. Those are kind of weird. 2-1-1. Minus 21 on block. So pretty unsafe. Okay. So that's a little funky. So 2-1-1. Let's see what that looks like. 6 frame startup though, huh? Whoa. And you can special cancel it. That's good to know. 2-1-1-3. This is minus 9. Okay. Can I special cancel that? No. But look at that. That looks like a combo ender, does it not? It looks like something you would do at the end of a combo. Like, you would do something like this and... Right? That kind of looks like a combo ender. So we're going to keep that in mind. That looks pretty good. The last string he has is forward 2, up 3. This is plus 3. That is good. I like the sound of that. Plus 3. I like that. Oh, man. That's big. That is a big move. Look at that. Forward 2. Look at how far that goes. And advancing mid. This might be our forward moving string. Can I cancel this? Oh, man. This might be it. So now we found it. It took a little while, but I think we found it. Okay. Forward 2, up 3. And it's special cancelable? Ooh, this is good. And I can combo after it? Uh-oh. This is the juice. Alright, so we found the good stuff. We found something good. This seems pretty buff. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. Okay. We're gonna keep that in mind. This seems like a very important string. And then let's look at the special moves. So we have our... This is the projectile I've been doing the whole time. Just like that. Meter burn version is 3 projectiles. It is a mid, which is really good. Mid projectiles are awesome. Our opponents can't duck it. Okay. Down back 1. Displacer orb. So it shoots an orb. Meter burn version, cancel. Ah, so you can dash cancel this as well. Meter burn. How do I meter burn it? What was the input? Meter burn is down back. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. So you can meter burn it and stop it wherever it is on the screen. So that seems to make sense, right? So if I'm over here, I can do this and I can shoot projectiles behind this and my opponent has to deal with the orb. Okay, so now we can see there's kind of a game plan. Okay, that makes sense. Glyph of Osiris. Down back 2. Okay. What happens when my opponent gets hit by this? They get knocked back. Okay. Look at that. That seems pretty good, right? That seems pretty good. It's got pretty far knockback. Okay, that might be good for spacing people out. Meter burn version, -2. So a little safer on block, and it pushes them further. So you can push them away. Okay, now we know that. Breath of Life is down, forward 2. Okay, it says, you can read it down here. Breath of Life will give Dr. Fate back when walking into the Ankh. Okay, and you can meter burn it as well. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Alright, so apparently this heals me. As you can see, it says +5, +5, +5 on me. This heals me. That's good to know. It doesn't seem to do anything when my opponent's in it. Let's meter burn it. Heals me more. Does it do anything to my opponent? No. Okay. It's good to know. Behind Breath of Life. So I can aim it. Okay, so I can do far 1. Or I can do... Whoa. Oh, I can put it behind me. Alright. Alright, now we know that. Spell of Judgment is down back 3. And Final Judgment is down forward 3. Okay. Ah, so this builds me an Ankh. Can I do it again? I can. 3. How many can I have? Okay, so it's only 3. I tried to do it again and I can't do it. So you can have 3 of these things. And then the command list said, down forward 3. Connecting all 3 Ankhs to Final Judgment will summon a downward pillar of magic. That sounds kind of cool. You see that? Wait a minute. So... Alright, look over at Scarecrow over here when the Ankh hits him, right? Unblockable. So this is unblockable. And if all 3... Can I do 2? Okay. If they get hit by 3 of them, a pillar comes out. The pillar is mid, but that's interesting to know. That's interesting to know. Okay. Shardium's Lock. Shardium Lock will close environmental interactions from being used by opponent for a short period of time. Huh. So this prevents all interactables being used near me for a while. Interesting. Meter burn version of it. Okay, so you can't use interactables. That's really, really interesting. Okay, that's very funky. Power of a pep. All right, so now we're getting into this. Must have dark magic active to perform it. Must have dark magic active to perform. Must have dark. All right, so now you can see, right? All these are talking about dark magic. That probably is going to point you to the next page, which is character power. And as you can see, dark magic is his trait. So now we know what his trait does, right? So it says it powers up his other special moves. His other special moves get better. So if I hit a trait, all right, now I glow, and you can see on the bottom it's draining. So you can tell what his trait does. Okay, and it says that it powers stuff up. So let's look. Must have dark magic active to perform it. Okay, so let's look at this. All right, let's try it. So we shoot it. That does 85 damage against Scarecrow. It does 110 while I'm in trait, so it gives him more damage. Meter burn version did 200 damage. Did 150, so it gives me a damage bonus on my projectile. That's good to know. Chaos Orb. Let's see what it does. So my orb normally does 73. That one does 110. So it's a buff to the damage output, right? That's very interesting. And it seems like it has the same properties, right? I can meter burn it or I can cancel it. Glyph of Anubis. Down back 2. Same thing. Same input. It's the same glyph, but down back 2. Nice. It does way more damage. Let's try the meter burn version. Oh my god. So now it wall bounces. Alright, so now we know. Interesting. Interesting. So while we're in trait, you get a wall bounce off of the glyph. Okay. Nabu's Curse. Down forward 2. So normally down forward 2 is this. When I'm in trait, it does damage to my opponent. You can look up in the life bar in the top, right? Look at that up there. He's taking damage. So it's a little different while I'm in trait. Let's see what the EX version does. Damage. Okay. Okay, now we know. Now we're learning things, right? So normally, this doesn't do damage to my opponent, right? It heals me. Let's see what it does to me, actually, when I'm in it. Oh, I think it just heals me automatically. Even, yeah, it seems like it heals me. So it's healing and it's doing damage to my opponent. Spell of Punishment. This is the last move. Down back 3. Oh, so it's the Ankh. Alright, so they're red now. What is it? Summon it? Okay. Whoa, so they function completely differently when I'm in this stance, right? So normally they're like unblockable little thingamajigs. But when I'm in this stance, they're mids. And it's combo. It looks like a combo moves. Okay. Okay, so that's interesting. Alright, so it's like a little lockdown move. So now we know what Dr. Fate is. So we've learned a little bit about him. One thing we've learned, he's got a really fast, really strong projectile, right? He can heal himself with his orb, so he can stand back here, heal himself, shoot projectiles. He's got a glyph that has big pushback. We learned about this solving the mystery string. Forward 2, up 3. It's the advantage. And you can combo off of it. We know that the trait does stuff. Somebody says the throw a trait. Okay. There it is. And look at that. It pops them up, so I can probably get a combo off of it. That's good to know. Does it say that in my character power? I don't know if I see it. So in my character power, it doesn't say that, right? It doesn't say anything about the throw. Does it say it in my basic attack? Ah. Back throw, forward throw, cursed back throw. Okay, so it's in here. So if you look at this, cursed back throw. Must have dark magic active. See that? Interesting. So it says it all in the training mode, right? It's all here in the training mode. It tells you all that info. So, yeah, up 3 doesn't come out. Up 3 doesn't come out on block, you're saying? It also doesn't come out on whiff. See that? I'm trying to do it on whiff. So if I set my opponent to block, let's see if that's true. Block mode. Always. Okay, so it doesn't come out. What does that mean we do? Probably that, right? Because it has pushback. So that's probably what we do. Okay, good to know. These are all things that you test in training mode and you learn as you play, right? Okay, so that's Dr. Fate. We just did a little breakdown on Dr. Fate, right? Now we know how this character works. That's how we learn him. So let's clear all this.